I've like restarted this video probably 5 times, and I've taken a while to record it because I just don't really know how to do it. I've spent the last probably handful of years trying to make everybody else happy, being really concerned of how people will perceive different things that I do. Um, and I want to start something new. I want to try something different because what I'm doing is not working. It's not working for me in my personal life and my happiness. Probably since, I don't know, 4 years ago ish, when my dad passed away, I decided like the easiest way to deal with that was just to work. And I never really pulled myself out of it. I haven't been doing a good job with my friends and family's happiness. And instead, I've just kind of made my and their entire life about YouTube. And it's kind of stupid. I mean, I'm not PewDiePie. I'm not Markiplier. I'm not going to make $1 million a year. Cosmo is attacking the door over there. But I'm working double, triple the hours of what a lot of my friends and family are to make a third of the money. It's just not, it doesn't make any sense. I make YouTube videos, and the reason I always made YouTube videos really was because I liked entertaining people and I liked making people happy. And that's what I want to hold on to going forward. I want to make people happy. I want to have fun. I want to have fun again in my life. You know, I haven't had fun, like real fun, like sit down, enjoy myself without worrying about some kind of stupid deadline in years. I really haven't. I don't take days off. I don't get vacation. I don't do anything. And this video is going to sound like I'm just giving up and quitting. I'm like, oh, just, you know what, screw it. I don't care. It's not really that. It's not that at all. In fact, I'm hoping that the way I want to change things and do them is going to be better. Going to be better for this channel, better for me, better for everybody. And I know that some people aren't going to like it. That's okay. I'm done worrying about that. It's not my problem anymore because I'm not going to ruin my life just to make everybody else happy. And that's kind of what I've been doing. I want to make this channel about variety. I want to make this channel about what I want to make because I enjoy it, because it's my channel. And that's what it's always going to be. But it also wouldn't be anything without the people who watch it. That said, I think I've done way too much listening to negative voices, way too much listening to people telling me what to do, and not enough listening to what I want. And I've decided to start a new channel. And there's reasons for that. That does not mean this channel is going away. That does not mean I'm going to stop uploading. But I need to stop being like dystopian about it. Like, you must meet the deadline or you're off with your head type stuff. It's stupid. It's not fun. It impacts the quality of what I want to put up. It impacts my enjoyment. It makes me tired. This channel is going to keep being variety, but it's not going to be quite as regimented in terms of like this. There must be uploads every other day. I'm going to try and upload the best I can and talk about the things that make me happy here. But I'm also starting a new channel about RPG games and things like that. That is going to be JayRPG, which is actually spelled JayRPG. And I might not seem excited, but I actually am. I'm just very tired. I'm still at the end of being sick. And it's scary for me because I have a lot of problems. And this new channel is hopefully going to be a nice outlet for me to talk about games that I don't think fit on this channel, on Degenerate J. But the way I've been doing things, like, I want to do variety, but this channel's been a little too disjointed. You know, it's like I'll bring up a topic and I'll be like, I want to talk about that. I want to start talking about that sometimes. I won't hit it again for 6 months because I don't have time. Because, like, I don't have time to play through games. I don't have time to watch movies. I don't have time to watch shows. So it's like a lot of what I'm working off of is, okay, where can I find an hour this week to watch this thing? Or where can I find an hour, in these 3 consecutive days to play this game and talk about it? I can't do things like that. I can't make content like that. I can't live like that. And there's different ways I could fix it. I could just not bother with editing. I could just not try. I could just sit in front of the camera and do no editing ever. But like that's boring and I don't like that quality of content either. So what I want to do is just be a little less strict on this channel. That doesn't mean that I won't upload frequently. It just means that I'm going to take a little more time on some things and try and have a little more fun. And with JRPG, my goal is to cover things that, like I said, don't always fit on this channel. Things like Final Fantasy, things like the Soulsborne games. I know a lot of you said, hey, I want that stuff on this channel. But you know what? People don't watch it. I don't know if you don't watch it. I'm not trying to say that, but people don't. That's how it is. I have been fighting for a long time against how I believe YouTube should be, how it was when I grew up. You know, what the channels used to be. What they used to be was personality driven. They were about the person. You know, they were about the PewDiePies, the Markipliers, you know, the Jacksepticeyes. That's who they were about. And nowadays, I don't really think YouTube is that way anymore. Those channels are, because they got that audience, you know, before YouTube was so strict. You know, nowadays, YouTube is like, what they really want, they won't say this, but it's genuinely what I believe. What they want is you to fall into a very specific niche. You keep pumping out stuff into that niche. Eventually you get bored, you drop off, you quit, people get tired of you, maybe you get, I don't know, in trouble for something, and people leave your channel and they go find someone else who does that same niche. Because YouTube, just like every company, in my opinion, it's easier to run a company as a company. It's easier to run a platform based on numbers than it is based on people. I hate that. One reason I originally got into doing YouTube was because I don't like that. And I feel like a lot of the world is run that way, where you and me are not people. We're numbers. You know, we're not people who matter. We're a number. We're a dollar sign. And it really bums me out that YouTube's gone that way. I could have found massive success a long time ago if I had just decided to be smart. If I decided to use smarts instead of hearts. And my whole goal with this channel was always the things I care about. But the only thing that really ever caught on with this channel very much was like Batman. That's true. I mean, it's okay to admit that. And I could have very easily leaned into that a long time ago. I think it would have gotten a little soulless, but it would have made money, and it probably would have been a lot less work. But the problem is that it would have killed my passion for it, so I didn't. So now I work triple the hours that I could have, and I make a fifth of the money because I didn't play by the rules of the system that they set up. JRPG is kind of a middle ground. It's an attempt for me to see if I can play by the rules of the system while still having variety on that channel to an extent. So I'm saying it's about this type of game. You know, games like Final Fantasy, Soulsborne, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, they have different gameplay, but they're all role-playing games. That's why I want that channel to mainly be about that stuff. Maybe some other stuff will pop up that's adjacent to that content at some point. I don't know. But that channel is the first thing in the description of this video, and it is the pinned comment. I understand there's going to be a lot of people here on this channel who aren't interested in that kind of stuff. And how do I know that? Because out of like 127,000 people, when I post those videos, most people don't see them. And that's okay. You know, the whole point of this video is not to like bitch about the audience. The point of this video is to say that this channel, despite the fact that a lot of its popularity is based off of one thing, it's never going to be one thing. Why? Not really because it's smart, but because it doesn't make me happy. You know, like I'm just not a person who's happy just being about one thing. It's why I've never really easily fallen into one career path. It's why I've never easily kept a job for a long time. I get very bored very quickly of things, and I don't really like doing things when there's no passion behind it. I know that we've all become so conditioned to believe that we should be okay with those things, and I do think that there are people who are very good with one passion, and I also think there's people who just suck it up and do it for their family, you know? And that's kind of the point that I'm getting to with this, is that JRPG is kind of my way to find a niche on YouTube, but without sacrificing the variety that I love on this channel, Degenerate J. That said, I've put a lot of eggs in one basket, and I've been really stupid about it in some ways. Like, I've decided, you know, over the last few years of like, well, if I try hard enough, I can just do the opposite of what the system wants. It doesn't really work that way either. I It's really hard to talk about because I feel like I could go on about this for like 30 minutes. But at the end of the day, it's like no one would make it to that point of the video, and it wouldn't add any benefit to this. I'm going to be putting a video up on that channel, JayRPG, probably tomorrow, talking about what that channel is about more and stuff like that. But to kind of give you the idea here, that's what it's about. It's about me enjoying games that I grew up with as a kid. You know, things that are like these role-playing games that actually really got me into gaming in a lot of ways. Even things like Elder Scrolls and Fallout, you're going to notice that some of that content, it's not showing up on this channel anymore. Why is that? Because I want to find a niche for it and find an audience that does like that. That doesn't mean that my audience here doesn't matter to me, though. It means the opposite. What I want is for this channel to improve. I don't even talk about comic books really anymore. You know why? I don't have time to read them. It's very rare that I actually have time to read comic books. So why would I talk a bunch about something that I'm not currently informed on? You know, I don't have time to do like the where to start reading this series. I don't have time to do rejected media like I'd like to do, or the whatever happened to this game series of videos. I don't really have time for them, so I haven't really made them. And that's kind of been a wake-up call to me where it's like, I don't have time to cover series I want to on this channel. I can't possibly introduce more to it, and the YouTube algorithm absolutely hates it already. So my way of doing that is JayRPG. It's a passion project. It might take forever to get monetized. I don't know. I don't want people to subscribe to it if they're not interested in watching it. A big problem I've had on this channel is people subscribing and not watching, not caring about the content. That doesn't actually help. It hurts channels. It's weird how the subscription feature works now. It used to be a really good thing the more subscribers you had, and now it's not. It almost doesn't matter. I don't want to say that subscribers don't matter, because they do, like the people do, but the numbers don't actually matter to YouTube. After you hit a certain threshold, all it does is it says like, it used to be, if you subscribe to a channel, let me explain this real quick. If you subscribe to Smosh, it meant you want to watch Smosh's videos. But nowadays, if you subscribe to a channel, what it tells YouTube is just, you like the one video you watched, we will only ever show you anything similar to that video from this channel. And if there's nothing similar to show you at a given time, we won't show you anything at all. And if we do show you a few things in a row and you don't watch them, you must hate that channel now. We might automatically unsub you, or we might just never show you that channel's content again. So, whoops. Because it's all curated. It's all based around what they think you will watch, not what you will watch. And so my goal with JayRPG is to have a channel where I upload more similar content to each other that I really enjoy and like still, that is passionable, passion-filled for me, that's fun, you know, because I eventually need to find a better way to do YouTube. I need to find a way to do YouTube where it's not 80 hours a week. That's ridiculous. It's stupid. People shouldn't be working that. Like, we're not in like child labor, industrial age. It's dumb. I don't think you should have to work that either. And I've been so like inwardly focused on, well, people don't respect what I do. You know, maybe if I work harder, people will like me. Maybe more people will watch this stuff. And it's like I'm defining my self-worth based off of people on the internet that I don't know. I don't want to say I don't care about my subs. I do. You know, like, but I need to find people who are interested in the content. That's what it comes down to. And I need to find a balance in my life. I'm still getting over the flu. Sorry about that. I don't know. It's been rough. You know, it's been a rough few years, and I can't keep having this mentality of like, maybe people will respect what I do if I work double the hours they do. Or like, oh, well, you know, variety's not working. What if I toss something else in here? It's not working, man. It's not working. The truth of the matter is that I do this because I enjoy it, and I have made it so that I don't. I'm making it so that if I don't change something, I will quit YouTube. All right? I'm being serious. This is like not a threat. It's just a promise. Because for so long, I was scared. I was scared because of my disability issues. Like, I have a lot of chronic pain issues. I have like multiple diagnosed disability issues. It's just people don't think about it or care because they don't see it. It's like the I'm not making fun of anybody here, but if you see a wheelchair, you know someone has a problem, right? If you can't see something, you don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so you just don't assume. You just assume automatically that there's no issue. But between my fibromyalgia and all my other problems that a lot of people end up on disability for, I'm not really in the same position as some YouTubers are. I'm not someone who could easily go get another job and still put the hours into this that I'm doing. I can't do that. My body doesn't work the same way as a lot of people. So for a long time, I've been really, really pushing and grinding like, I have to make this work. I have to change things. I have to do this. And it's starting to hit the point where I realized, the other day, I'm not enjoying it. I'm not having fun. I'm not happy. I'm just not happy. I'm at the point right now where like I could stop YouTube. I could. I really could. And I could do something else. And it might make me happier. And that's sad because this is my dream. Like this, since I was a kid, what I would do is I would take my mom's video camera recorder, and when people weren't around, I'd make like short films. And I would do stuff. I'd review little, games that I played and stuff. I didn't even know what YouTube was at the time. And I had a passion for making that kind of stuff, for trying to talk and trying to make people laugh, make people happy, even if it was just myself and my mom, the only people who would watch those videos. And I've hit the point where like I just don't have fun on here. And I don't want that anymore. I want this channel to go back to being fun. I want this channel to go back to being something I enjoy, that I'm really passionate about. And I want JayRPG to be that too. And I hope that you'll check that channel out. I understand if it's not your type of game, that's fine. I hope that this change also makes this channel go better. And I've been having a lot of fun on Jill's channel too. I think really for me, the big wake-up call that made me realize I wasn't having fun right now on Degenerate Jay was when I looked at how much fun I had with Jill making a video about Sailor Moon. And it was something that would never fit on my channel. Nobody would ever watch that. And I realized like how fun that was, like to be creative again and be, not thinking about, well, how many people are going to watch this? Like, I just didn't even care. It was just making it for fun. I need to go back to doing more of that. And I also need to go back to making, myself happy. That's what all these changes are for. You're going to hear Jill off camera for a second because I'm not editing this video. I just want it to be very straight to the point. Jill, was there anything else I was supposed to mention in this?
Did you mention my enchanted thing that I changed the name?
Well, is there anything else for this, though, that I was supposed to mention, too, that I didn't? I don't remember.
I don't think so. Just, you were mentioning that we were posting those videos on there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
Christmas video.
that's true. So that's worth pointing out. Jill said, you might have heard her in the back. Her voice is just gone from being sick. Two things. First off, this is also kind of a time of rebranding because I'm going to use 2024 to see what works. We are changing enchantedglamour.com to cosmobunny.shop. That's essentially named after our little Cosmo. And it's going to have a lot of the same stuff, but some different stuff too, because I realized, and Jill realized, that when things like glamour come up, people think of women. But there's a lot of stuff on our store that's for everybody. So we're changing the name of our store. That's going to also be in the description down below. That's a way to help support this channel. We are adding JayRPG, which is another channel, which is going to be about RPGs and JRPGs, believe it or not. And hello, I'm Jay, so that's where that comes from. So there's a lot of stuff happening. I'm sorry this was close to 20 minutes. I don't really know how to break down stuff like this easier. It really just comes down to I've been driving myself into the ground. I'm not enjoying my life. I'm not having fun. I'm killing myself with stress, genuinely. And I need to start figuring out my financial situation. And I know when YouTubers or content creators or whatever bring that up, people are like, they're lazy. They need to get a real job. They need to do this, that, and this other thing. It's like, I'm so concerned about people having these attitudes. I can't care anymore. It doesn't matter what people think about me. It shouldn't matter to me is a better way to say it. I want to make people smile. I want to make people happy. That's the whole reason I did this. I have 2 college degrees. I could very easily get a real job, but I wouldn't be doing this anymore. And this is what I'm passionate about. So I'd like to take 2024 to try and make this work. And if I can't, maybe I have to find a new passion, for my family, for my friends, for myself. But in the meantime, I'm scaling back a little bit. I'm changing some things. I'm going to make myself happy again. And if that's not what some people want to hear, then I don't need those people. And I would honestly appreciate those people to unsubscribe. The people who don't want me to be happy, the people who don't want to see me succeed or whatever, or like they care way more about the content than the people behind it. It's okay for those people to leave, because I don't think I've ever called for people to unsubscribe before. And I don't like when people do, but I need to start finding an audience that is like the core audience on this channel. Like the probably 5 to 10,000 people who are just kind of always there and really care and like keep coming back, or the people who like even when they're busy, it's like, I've had a rough 6 months, I haven't been able to watch anything, but hey, I'm back, I'm really glad to see you're doing well. Those people who like care about the human aspect of content creation. That's kind of what I need to find. I need to start building up a community of people that aren't just based on topics, but are also based on this channel as a community of like people who enjoy nerdy stuff together, because that's what I want Degenerate Jay to be. And then on JayRPG, I need to start building up a community of people who are, the same, who are good people, but who also enjoy that style of content. And it doesn't have to be all the same people. I will love you to death if you enjoy this channel and you hate that kind of game. That's okay. You don't have to watch that channel. I appreciate you here. I also appreciate and love you if you love the style of content we cover here on Degenerate Jay, and you also love the style of content we cover over there. That's all right. But this year, I need to stop being quite so concerned about what everybody else thinks about me, and I need to start being myself more again. And I need to start trying to think about what's going to be good for my future going forward. Because as of right now, I have no plan for retirement. I don't even make minimum wage. I'm driving myself into the ground, and I'm not having fun. And that is starting to show up in my content, where I'm just seeming sad and tired. And I don't want to be that person. I want to enjoy myself again. I want to start living again. I want to start playing video games again, like actually playing through them more than one video game every 3 months. I'd like to start having a good time again. And I hope that if nothing else you take away from this video, you at least are okay knowing that I'm going to try and be happier. And I've got a plan, and I'm going to do my best, like always. I'm going to do my best to still entertain people. I'm going to do my best to be happy for me, and I'm going to do best to try what works. And I'm hoping that that'll help how this channel does too, and I'm hoping JayRPG will do well. Even things like Degenerate Plays, our Let's Play channel, that's very important to me. That channel does horrible. The numbers on that are very bad, but I really enjoy it. I enjoy playing through games and stuff over there. But again, it's another thing where it's like I push myself so much to these deadlines that I hurt myself. And I can't keep hurting myself, guys. Like, I just can't, I can't do it. It's not any way to live. What do you say, Jill? I think Jill fell asleep. Oh, well. So, have a fantastic day. And as always, everyone, check out JayRPG if you're interested. Top comment, pinned comment in the description. Stay shui.